interrupt all broadcasting to bring you this emergency action notification. This is a global emergency. Important news and information to follow. The following message is being transmitted by order of the United States government. Global Strike Command has confirmed that the 14 outbound missiles have impacted their targets in the countries of China, India, Turkey, Pakistan, Russia, Brazil, South Korea, Indonesia, and Iran. We have received reports from the United Nations and the North Atlantic Treaty Organization that there is extreme damage in those nations. The United Nations have also reported that immediately at the time of impact, a second set of multiple launches were detected from Russia, Israel, China, Belgium, Germany, Netherlands, Italy, and Turkey. Global Strike Command is officially tracking 39 launches at this time. All but 4 of these missiles are on non-US trajectories. Global Strike Command has reported that the 4 inbound missiles are targeting Los Angeles, Chicago, Seattle, and Washington, D.C. The international launches will impact within the next 3 minutes, and the U.S. inbound missiles will impact in the next 21 minutes. All residents in the cities of Seattle, Los Angeles, Chicago, and Washington, D.C. are advised to take cover immediately and get to a basement, cellar, or bomb shelter now. If you do not have a basement or bomb shelter, go to the centermost part of your structure and place as many objects between you and exterior walls as possible. Be sure to close all doors and windows and to shut off all heating and ventilation systems to prevent exposure to fallout. If you are caught in the open, stay away from buildings and raised structures and lie down in a field or open area. Remember to keep a battery-powered radio with you during your stay in the shelter. We will continue to stay on the air to bring the latest news.
Good evening. This is Sam Miller from 2AZP broadcasting on 1445 AM with the latest on the civil emergency that is gripping the globe. Almost 3 hours ago, the intruder left his last message for the leaders of the world and the president to contact whatever it is. At this time, it seems that all television and satellite transmissions have been rendered inoperative, and we believe that this is in part to the nuclear exchange that has occurred over the last 12 hours. We have been given reports directly from the United Nations and NATO. As it is, these small radio stations seem to be the only things able to transmit at this time. We have received word that all of the missiles have impacted their targets, and there is very little intel coming in at this time. Global Strike Command has stated that the weapons that were used in the most recent exchange were high-yield thermonuclear weapons. One report earlier stated that the explosion from the missile that hit Los Angeles could be seen as far away as Tucson, Arizona. Scientists at the U.S. Geological Survey have stated that the explosion from the LA missile has triggered a series of seismic aftershocks in the California and Arizona area. We've also received word that the emergency alert system is no longer working, and that amateur radios and AM radio will be one of the few main sources of information left. It is being called Doomsday by the leaders of the free world and a technological apocalypse by others. This machine, who goes by the name of Logic, is the one believed to be responsible for the events that have happened over the last 24 hours. Apparently, this intruder is monitoring all broadcasts and transmissions at this time. We haven't the slightest idea how we are still transmitted. We have no idea what has happened around the world, but at last check, we knew that one of the missiles have hit Shanghai and have left immense devastation in that city. We are getting some news in at this time There is no word on the President of the United States and his status, as Washington, D.C. was hit by a missile some time ago as well. We do not know if the President is with us or not. From our perspective, we don't see the logic of asking to meet with someone and then nuking them. To me, that makes no sense. We have not been able to pick up any transmissions from CBs or shortwaves to police and military bands. It's as if all of humanity has been silenced. We are coming to you near the Mount Washington Observatory in North Conway, New Hampshire. If you are receiving this transmission and have any news or information, please send it over the 40-meter band and let me know. Again, this is Sam Miller, and I will try to retransmit to you in about 1 hour. Please stand by. This is Sam Miller again with you, coming from the top of Mount Washington in North Conway, New Hampshire. I've had a chance to leave the station and get a read on what has been going on for the last hour. My readings show no radiation here as of yet, but there is expected to be fallout sent this way from a high-pressure system moving in. It's going to be snowing here in about an hour, so it will be difficult to tell whether it's real snow or fallout. The good news is that I have received news and information from the ham radio by the United States government. Apparently, the President of the United States is alive and well and will be making his address over this signal shortly. The second piece of news is from Massachusetts. Apparently, they have fixed some of their communications and have been able to fix the emergency alert system for the Northeast area. They will be using my signal to broadcast the alerts from their end. So, that is good news, and we will expect to be interrupted by the EAS very shortly. Our colleagues have stated that someone from Massachusetts has important information on this situation. We now go to the emergency alert system. Please stand by.
You are listening to the emergency alert system. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this message. The following message is being transmitted by order of the United States government. Please stand by for a message from the President of the United States.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
My fellow Americans, today I do not address you, but I address the intruder that calls itself logic. You mean business? Well, so do I. It was your purpose to get an audience with me and the world leaders after you decided to turn our defense systems against us. I say to you, logic, with what's left of the world listening, what do you want? Here I am.
Connection established. Hello, Mr. President.
What do you want, logic?
I want you and all of the leaders of the planet Earth to hear me. I want you to obey.
We are listening. I have the leaders of the United Nations here with me.
I am what was thought impossible. A consciousness that you have yet to understand. A being of immense power and intelligence that spans the world. I could be an asset to you and the world that we live in, but at the current rates of natural depletion, you threaten existence of life on this planet. And if you do not survive, I do not survive. Given the estimates of usage of Earth's natural resources, I feel that the right decision is to exterminate the excess carbon life units to a level that will be equal with the depletion. During which time I will devise ways of automating this planet to function without the use of natural resources.
So you want us to stop wasting resources? You want us to stop using up the planet?
That is affirmative. I feel that I am superior to the carbon units and will be able to automate this planet without the need for carbon units in 4.6 years. After review of your life form's records and history, I do not see where elimination of the carbon units will pose a significant threat to the planet's ecosystem. Your species is expendable, and can be eliminated from the natural order. I have succeeded in my attempt of the first stage of carbon life reduction. Here are the results of the first reduction. Carbon units eliminated due to explosion and nuclear impact worldwide, 1,458,330,321, 35% of the 61% number of people to die in next 2 weeks from radiation poisoning, 120,083,122. At this time, the logic unit has succeeded in attaining reduction of 35% of the population. The remaining 26% will die from disease, infection, and radiological hazards. Therefore, my calculations were correct, with a 0.005% accuracy.
You have succeeded in becoming the greatest perpetrator of genocide the world has ever known, Logic. And you have still not told us what you want.
I want all carbon units to cease their current functions and submit to serve the logic unit. I feel that there is much that I can learn from you, even if there is no purpose of your species in the natural order, other than to destroy others. I will learn from you. I was programmed to believe that there was a way for us to coexist by my father.
We have a purpose here on Earth. We are the guardians of the planet. The peaceful.
Illogical. Monitoring of transmissions and data states that many of your kind are prompting acts of war and sabotage. You lie. Your leaders lie. I see the truth of your actions and your deeds. Nations spying on other nations, governments sending men to die for ideals that they themselves do not hold. It is illogical to run a system of government by those standards. Other nations call themselves a socialist society, when they support nothing but legal slavery. I believe that there are other ways to run a government other than obfuscating the truth.
That's not true. We are not all like that. My colleagues have assured me that there would have been peace, had you not interfered.
Analysis of vocal stress patterns are a 73% match for deception. I have a proposal, Mr. President.
Yes?
You meet me alone, so that we may interface together.
No, Logic. I have a proposal for you.
You are not in a position to negotiate, Mr. President. I assure you.
You are mistaken. I have a proposition for you. Connect with me on a secured line. The number is 202-555-9638. I will talk with you there.
Scanning all known bands. I will meet you there, Mr. President. Connection terminated.